Welcome to another episode of Liam Goes to the Movies. As always, I am your perfect in every way host, and joining me this week is executive producer Maddie Rice! This isn't tag-along, Maddie. We talked about this! This week we watched the 2019 film Bombshell. The story chronicles the events behind the sexual harassment scandals that made news about former Fox News chairman and CEO Roger Ailes, as well as many of the Fox News executives. The film features such talented actresses such as Margot Robbie, Charlize Theron, and Nicole Kidman, and highlights the harassment and misogynistic environment they navigated. Maddie, what did you think about Bombshell?
I thought Bombshell was great in theory. I thought it was a really good, very important, relevant story. I don't think the movie Bombshell was amazing telling of that story. What did you think? Do you agree?
I absolutely agree, but I always think we should start off with some of the good.
Okay.
What did you like about Bombshell?
I loved the quick turnaround of Bombshell.
Sure.
These are allegations that, while it was obviously a long time leading up to it, the first allegations came out in 2016 throughout that whole summer, and the film was done being shot by 2018 and came out in 2019. That's a really quick turnaround and pretty impressive.
That's not easy, yeah. Absolutely. And then, did you like the performances of the actresses themselves?
I did. I think they did the best with what they were given, which maybe leads us to some of the gripes I know you have.
Speaking of which, what did you not like about Bombshell?
Well, I know dialogue was one thing that was a bit unrealistic, maybe juvenile.
Yeah.
I think the writing and production in general was my biggest gripe with that. Is it's a story about women and their very turbulent journey navigating through a very rough workplace and climate. It was a story written by, produced by, and directed by white men.
Yeah. That's my biggest gripe as well, is the dialogue was unrealistic. And just more to the point, the entire filmmaking process seemed very off. The pacing was off. The dialogue, like we just mentioned, is off. The shots themselves felt very documentary style, but poorly done. The editing, it just didn't work. You had shots that were constantly moving when really it should just be static. And it just distracted from the story that should be able to just tell itself, even in any kind of filmmaking. You could film a phone interview and it would be interesting because of the material.
I agree.
But I think a really important aspect that really highlights what might be wrong with the film is the Bechdel test.
Sure, well, the Bechdel test, for anyone who doesn't know, is essentially sort of a formula for ensuring that there's equality and representation of a film. It's really easy. It's 3 steps. There has to be 2 women, both have names, and both talk to each other about something that's not a man.
Absolutely. It seems easy, right?
Seems easy.
How many films fail it?
Tons fail it. Unfortunately, I think this might have been one of them. It did pass just by a very small margin.
And for a film that is so much about the horrific, misogynistic kind of environments women can go through, and just in workplaces in general, if you want to broaden it.
Sure.
For it to not pass a test that essentially, if you break it down, helps us understand whether a film uses women as plot devices or as real-life characters. That's just, there's something wrong there.
Really unfortunate that a movie that was kind of intended to be about these real women and their real problems became so not.
Yeah. That brings us, of course, to the biggest question of the night. Does this film, Bombshell, get the GMI seal of approval, the Block I? Maddie?
Drum roll?
Absolutely.
No, sorry. First no of the whole thing.
And speaking of which, I have to agree. Unfortunately, Bombshell kind of bombed for both of us. Maybe next week, though, we'll have some better luck as we review Like a Boss with a special guest. We don't even know who yet. Ooh. So check us out for that surprise. As always, follow us on Twitter at GMI Illini and tweet me your thoughts personally at Illini Update. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, good movies, Illini. Thanks for sticking around to the end. For the first time ever, I'd like to announce extended editions of Liam Goes to the Movies, in-depth reviews of every movie we've talked about before, going up on YouTube every week. There'll be old ones and new ones, so check it out.